Hawaii National Guard. It is a day in which we celebrate our lineage, our traditions, and the succession of leadership. Today, we ask for your abundance of your blessings to be upon Brigadier General Logan as he receives his promotion to Major General, and the mantle of leadership is passed from one to another. We acknowledge your presence among us and praise you for the mighty works you have done through the soldiers, airmen, and family members of the Hawaii National Guard. As Brigadier General Logan is promoted and receives authority from Major General Hara, we ask that you would grant him your divine peace. Sustain him with patience and wisdom as he endeavors to succeed in his new command. Be with Darcy and his daughters as they support him with encouragement and love. We also ask for your blessing to be upon Major General Hara and his family. We are thankful for his stellar leadership that has guided our organization through several of our state's greatest challenges. I ask for your blessings to be upon him and Myung as they enjoy the fruits of their labor into retirement. Today, let us never forget our duty to lead the people we serve. May we instill in them the qualities of loyalty, integrity, and honor. Give us the courage in the face of danger. Keep us pure in heart, clean in mind, and strong of purpose. Keep before us our goal to safeguard peace and preserve freedom. May you always be near to guide us in our decisions and keep us humble in our successes. We ask for your divine blessing and leadership as each of us discharges the honor and responsibilities of leading soldiers and airmen in the service of our state and country. Walk close to us always. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Chaplain, for that. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, family, and friends, my name is Jeff Hickman. I'll be your MC for this morning. On behalf of the State of Hawaii, Department of Defense, we would like to present a lei to the First Lady of Hawaii, Mrs. Jamie Green. We would also like to present a lei to the Adjutant General's wife, Mrs. Myung Hara. She is also being presented a bouquet of red roses, thanking her for all of the support and devotion to the service members and families of the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. Red roses signify the bonds of loyalty and affection between the service members and families, and to signify our sorrow at their departure from the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. Myung, you'll be remembered and missed. I'm sure you can see, but we have lots of ohana here today. And with us from the Hara Ohana, her daughters Kristen and Julia, who flew in from Arizona, Nicole, who flew in from Estonia, and son Justin and daughter Alicia, who flew in from Washington. Okay, I'm going to read this verbatim. It says, the good-looking and smart brothers, Major General retired Gary Hara and his spouse Diane, Command Sergeant Major retired Dennis Hara and his spouse Robin and daughter Nicole, and with us online, First Sergeant retired Larry Hara and his spouse Donna. From South Korea, mother-in-law Kim Song-ki, sister-in-law Lee Myok, and nieces Park Hyun and Park Jin. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all for coming. The department would also like to present a lei to the incoming Adjutant General's wife, Mrs. Darcy Logan. She is being presented a bouquet of yellow roses, welcoming her to the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. Yellow represents new beginnings and symbolizes her arrival as the State of Hawaii National Guard's senior spouse. In time, Darcy's rosebuds will blossom, as well as will her relationship with the department employees and their families. Mahalo, Darcy. Here with us today are the Logan Ohana, daughters Naya and Karis, brothers, Major General retired Arthur Joe Logan and his spouse Gayleen, and Colonel retired Mark Logan and his spouse Blossom and son Makana. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to recognize our distinguished attendees also in the audience. Please hold your applause until the end. This is a very long list, so please hold your applause. We are pleased to extend a special welcome to representing Senator Brian Schatz, Michael Dahilig, Senior Policy Counsel, representing Congressman Ed Case, Jacqueline Conant, Deputy Chief of Staff, the Honorable Jill Tokura, Representative of the State of Hawaii, the Honorable David Ige, former Governor of the State of Hawaii, and his spouse Dawn, the Honorable Derek Kawakami, Mayor of the County of Kauai, the Honorable Mitch Roth, Mayor of the County of Hawaii, the Honorable Richard Bisson, Mayor of the County of Maui, Brigadier General Philip Mallory, State of Hawaii State of Hawaii Deputy Adjutant General and his spouse Barbara, General Charles Flynn, Commander, U.S. Army Pacific, and his spouse Kathleen, Admiral Stephen Kaler, Commander, United States Pacific Fleet, and his spouse Gina. And from our state legislature, I have Senators Lynn DeCoy, Senator Tim Richards III, Senator Angus McKelvey, Senator Brandon Elefante, Senator Henry Aquino, Senator Kurt Favela, Senator Mike Gabbard, and Senator Linda Ichiyama. We have SCS Gil Tam, Civilian Aide to the Secretary of the Army and his spouse Diane, Major General Joseph Harris II, Commander, Hawaii Air National Guard, and his spouse Sarah, Major General Jeffrey Van Antwerp, Deputy Chief of Staff, G357, United States Army Pacific, Major General Mark Hashimoto, United States Marine Corps retired, former Mobilization Assistant to the Commander of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, Major General Suzanne Veres-Lum, United States Army retired, former Mobilization Assistant to the Commander of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, Major General Darrell Wong, United States Air Force retired, former Adjutant General, State of Hawaii, Major General Robert Lee, United States Army retired, former State of Hawaii Adjutant General, Major General Gus Hargett, United States Army retired, former State of Tennessee Adjutant General, Major General James Brown, United States Army retired, former Deputy Commanding General, United States Forces Command, Major General Edward Richardson, United States Air Force retired, former State of Hawaii Adjutant General, United States Attorney Claire Connors, Chief Federal Law Enforcement Official in the State of Hawaii Attorney General Ann Lopez, Brigadier General Christopher Faroe, Mobilization Assistant to the Commander, United States Indo-Pacific Command, Brigadier General Anthony Mastelier, Commander, United States Space Forces, Indo-Pacific, Brigadier General Walter R. Ross, Director, Joint Staff, Hawaii National Guard, Brigadier General Christoph Sills, Commander, 154th Wing, Hawaii Air National Guard, Brigadier General Michael Cruz, Guam Adjutant General, Brigadier General Tyson Tahara, Commander, Hawaii Army National Guard, and his spouse Toei, Brigadier General Thomas James, United States Air Force retired, former Mobilization Assistant to the J5, Director of Strategic Planning and Policy, U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. Brigadier General Neil Mitsuyoshi, United States Army retired, former J4 Mobilization Assistant, Logistics and Engineering Directorate, United States Indo-Pacific Command, and his spouse Aaron. Brigadier General Moses Kawivi Jr., United States Army retired, former Director, Joint Staff, Hawaii National Guard, and his spouse Joni. Brigadier General Stanley Osserman, United States Air Force retired, former Commander, Hawaii Air National Guard. Brigadier General Marty Wong, United States Army retired, former Mobility Assistant, Director of Logistics, Engineering, and Security Assistance, United States Pacific Command, and her spouse Leonard. Director General Richard Lin, Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, and Acting Head of Post, Philippine Consulate General Pamela Durian Balian. And finally, welcome to all the commanders, Command Sergeants Major, Command Chief Master Sergeants, and retirees. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our distinguished guests. At this time, I would like to ask Governor Green and Brigadier General Stephen Logan and the Logan Ohana to come up for the promotion ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the publication of the orders. Governor Green, I request your permission to publish the orders. Attention to orders. Department of Defense, National Guard Bureau, Washington, D.C. Special Order GO-232-04, dated 19 August 2024. By order of the Secretary of the Army and direction of the President, Stephen F. Logan is extended federal recognition and appointed as a reserve of the Army in the grade of Major General. under Authority 32 U.S.C. 305 and 307 and 10 U.S.C. 12212, effective 1 October 2024, by order of the Secretaries of the Army and the Air Force. Signed, Jonathan M. Stubbs, Lieutenant General, United States Army, Acting Chief, National Guard Bureau. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Ready for the flag, right? Wait right here. All right, thank you, Logan Ohana. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Green will now administer the oath of office to Major General Logan. All right, can I get immediate family members of Major General Logan to come up in the front? Darcy and Ohana. right, thank you, Logan Ohana. Can I get Major General Logan's brothers and their wives for a photograph? Sorry, Governor, we timed that flyover during your thing. Everyone, please take your seats. Thank you. Sorry. All right, thank you, Governor Green and Ohana. Thank you, folks. We're wrapping up. We're doing 2 ceremonies in one. I'm going to try to get these pictures done so I can save time. Thank you very much. All right, we will now transition to the transfer of authority ceremony, where Major General Kenneth Hara transfers authority to Major General Stephen Logan. This morning, we will witness the transfer of authority for the State of Hawaii Department of Defense, a military tradition that is signified by the passing of the organization colors from the outgoing Adjutant General to the incoming Adjutant General. The very essence of the organization is symbolized in the colors under which it operates and serves. The history and accomplishments of the State of Hawaii Department of Defense are embodied in the colors you see before you. These colors record the glories of the past. They stand in guard of the present, and they ensure inspiration for the future. The tradition is symbolic of the transfer of authority for the accomplishments of the mission and the welfare of the department. The Hawaii National Guard's Command Senior Enlisted Leader, Command Chief Master Sergeant Zandra Fox, will pass the departmental colors to Major General Kenneth Hara, who has held the responsibilities for the last 5 years. He will relinquish them by passing the colors to the Governor Josh Green, who will then pass the colors to Major General Stephen Logan, charging him with the prestigious responsibility for the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. By authority of the Commander-in-Chief for the Hawaii National Guard and the Governor of the State of Hawaii, the undersigned assumes command of the Hawaii National Guard and authority of the State of Hawaii Department of Defense effective 1 October 2024. Signed, Major General Stephen Logan, the Adjutant General, State of Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor for the State of Hawaii, the Honorable Josh Green, will now give his remarks. This meeting, sir.
Aloha. Distinguished guests, members of the National Guard, mahalo for being here. Governor, leadership from many branches of our military, thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping us safe. We honor you. Consul Generals, leadership, Congresswoman Takuda, many friends and family, Jamie, thank you all. Thank you all for being here for this very important day. And when I say important day, it cannot be understated what a big day this is. Obviously, by the people here who are ready to witness it, we are today honoring 2 extraordinary gentlemen and 2 great leaders of our state. Thank yous. thank you so much to General Hara and General Logan. We are indebted to you forever. Let's give them a round of applause, please. They're amazing people. So what a beautiful Kaliloa day as we all gather today for this momentous occasion. This is our reflection of the continuity of leadership, the strength of our Hawaii National Guard, and the enduring spirit of service to our great state. It's with immense respect and gratitude that we mark this transfer of authority from our current State Adjutant General, Major General Hara, who we've worked so closely with, to our newly minted Major General Stephen Logan, both of whom embody the highest values of duty, integrity, selfless service, and also the Hawaiian values of Laulima, which is cooperation. Humility, and kuleana responsibility, which is a privilege and authority as they've expressed to us on so many occasions. General Hara has led the Hawaii National Guard with distinction since December 6th of 2009, guiding our forces and state responses through a very difficult era. He was also quite busy as Deputy Adjutant General prior to being tagged. When asked what his top accomplishments were as General, and General Hara listed these to us very passionately, it was being appointed tag for the state of Hawaii, leading us through some of the most challenging disasters our state has ever faced. And I think it's safe for us to say that having to have leadership like that for so many years has been extraordinary. His leadership during the COVID era under Governor Ige was astounding. And that period was also peppered, if you remember, with many, many natural disasters, whether it was a volcanic eruption, hurricane concerns, and then, of course, the pandemic. So for him, he has endured more than probably any tag has ever had to endure in the past, and he did it with dignity. As the 21st tag of the Hawaii National Guard, he was our first choice to lead during the pandemic. He brought military experience to that effort and engaged with all of our vital leads, community organizations, some of whom are here, members of the health community, members of the media, and he kept us safe. He kept us safe through a long period of time, which was very challenging, and for that we are forever grateful. Thank you, General Hara. He also made sure that we are one of the most safe states, and that was also not overlooked by the nation. People looked to Hawaii and to General Hara and his steady leadership as to how to deal with this pandemic. And there were just so many unknowns that only a person of his stature could possibly have juggled all of those different responsibilities. So again, we knew right away he was the right person to call up when Hawaii Island and the Maui wildfires occurred and devastated our state just 13 months ago. So those experiences, which showed the entire state that he was the leader for the times, gave us confidence on August 8th, 2023, when we had again the need to step into a major disaster. This is where his 35 plus years of leadership, his multiple federal deployments, and many, many state responsibilities, including those hurricanes, lava flows, floods, all came into focus. So if I may, just very informally state, experience truly matters. And having experienced leaders like General Hara and General Logan gives a person like me and all of our leadership great confidence that we can deal with whatever comes our way. The eyes of the world were on us when the Maui wildfire occurred, and with his HIEMA team, they were able to step up. Also, we had to discern the great challenge that was before us, and the Hawaii National Guard and other state departments all needed his leadership. And for that, we are once again very grateful to General Hara. These actions saved lives. We know that during COVID, thousands of lives were saved because of the actions that were taken by the governor, the administration, General Hara, and so many leaders here today. I think the same can be said of the recent tragedy. It was very difficult as a time. The storm was ferocious, and with his leadership, we knew how to deal with it in the aftermath. Many people's lives have been positively affected as we've begun to recover. So General has proved himself time and again, and he has made us proud, showing his vision and his spirit of aloha. One more round of applause, please, for General Hara. I'd be remiss if I didn't also comment on General Hara's just human nature. He is committed to Hawaiian culture. He loves music, as many of us have experienced firsthand when the general is able to just let down his hair ever so slightly and embrace people and make them feel comfortable. So his music, his commitment to history, even his passion for finding collectibles from times past, the bottles collection that he has shown us all so many times are not just a hobby. They're a reflection of his passion for this beautiful state, and that has made him an extraordinary gentleman, I would say probably one of a kind. Again, General Hara, you will be greatly missed by our team, but we know that people will respect you forever. Aloha, General. So as he bids us aloha in that current role of Adjutant General and retires from the National Guard, we know that he leaves this department in trusted, ready, and responsive hands. Hawaii DoD has strengths because of his leadership, and they have dedicated people all around us, people that trust him and are, quote, always ready, the state of Hawaii, Department of Defense, enabling a safe, secure, and thriving state for our nation. Thank you once again. People ask him, what are you going to do now? And we know that the answer is whatever Myong wants. Myong, you have put in so many years of devoted partnership, love for the general. We know that his successes should be your successes as well, and they absolutely are. You've given him comfort and strength through very, very stressful times, and I hope that everyone can recognize Myong here in this moment for her incredible service to Hawaii. So today, we not only thank him for his years of service, we thank you for years of service, both of your enduring contributions to our safety and security for our state. So, General Hara, on behalf of all of the people of Hawaii, we honor you and will forever be grateful for your leadership. Again, aloha, General. And now we look to the future. And it's with great confidence that we welcome Major General Stephen Logan, who has just been promoted to his new role as Adjutant General. Major General Logan, you take this position at a critical juncture in our state's history. Your experience, your expertise, and your deep understanding of the National Guard's role in local and global security, and all of that context which you have accumulated over these many years, makes you the ideal leader to continue the mission of protecting our citizens and upholding the values of the Hawaii National Guard. We have a quote here from General Hara about you. General said this: I've served with Brigadier General Logan for over 30 years. He's a very intellectual, experienced, and compassionate leader. He will lead us well. Let's give him a round of applause as he takes the mantle. I think people should know they've been partners for some time. The two of you have been through a lot together. The hurricane responses, a deployment in the same truck in Afghanistan, and most recently, your partnership in helping us deal with the incredible leadership of Mayor Bisson on the Maui wildfire response. So your partnership, General Logan, was with the National Guard's Joint Task Force Commander position, and that was very recent and incredibly valuable as we've recovered. Thank you, General, for this work. I've also heard that you have a lot of time already as TAG, as we know, because there have been moments when we've had to ask General Hara to take other responsibilities. There was a point, in fact, where you held the position of TAG longer than Major General Hara over the course of a period of time because he was assisting our state during COVID, which made you fill in as the acting TAG, and therefore we thank you for your excellent service and all of that work you did as we make this decision to name you the 22nd TAG, and it was a very easy decision. We are excited about your leadership. I have no doubt that under your leadership, the Hawaii National Guard will continue to excel in both of its missions, from providing disaster response, which we seem to be in the constant mode of, and homeland security as we support the ongoing defense missions abroad. You inherit a legacy of excellence without a doubt, and I know you'll build on it with honor, commitment, and the aloha spirit that defines us all. Thank you so much for taking up this mantle of leadership. Let's give him another round of applause, please. A few more comments. This is a family endeavor without a doubt. Your brother was TAG. I was honored to witness his leadership. Thank you, Chief. Currently, our Chief of the Honolulu Police Department, which is no easy task either. So we thank you for your service and your support of your brother. Another brother, Mark, who retired Colonel of the Hawaii National Guard. You, like Major General Hara, have a family legacy, And like Major Hara, you have earned the right to become our Adjutant General. So we are so excited that you're willing to step into this role. There's a long story about a Harley motorcycle here, which I will tell you is kind of extraordinary to be able to have these personal moments with these gentlemen as we imagine the amount of time, commitment, and stress that goes into these jobs. I'm not going to tell that story of the Harley motorcycle, but I will say this. As brothers, these are individuals that have fought side by side. They have served our state with great respect and aloha. They are so aware of our values that we have been able to stepwise move from one to the other in this cascade of leadership without ever missing a beat. So we are reminded that though the jobs may be different, the Logan family has stepped up, and we're particularly proud of both of you. But General Hara, thank you. General Logan, thank you for taking up the mantle this day. Finally, to all of our National Guard family, you are a great source of pride for us, whether it's in times of war or peace. You're made up of our neighbors, our friends, our family members. You've sworn to protect our state and our nation, and you do it with the highest dedication. So today, with this transfer of authority, we ensure that this proud tradition comes into the future strong and secure, transitioning from the extraordinary hands of General Hara to the capable and extraordinary hands of General Logan. We offer our deepest mahalos to all of you for your service, your commitment. We put our trust in you. Mahalo from our family to yours. Aloha. Yes, I was.
I'll go ahead and read that Harley story inside. It's a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Major General Kenneth Hara. Right on top. Last one.
Yeah, there we go. All right, last one, he said. I hope so. Governor Green, First Lady Jamie Green, former Governor Ige, Mrs. Dawn Amano Ige, Congresswoman Tokuda and the senior staff representing Hawaii's congressional delegation, Mayor Roth, Mayor Kawakami, Mayor Bisson, fellow flag general officers, members of the state legislature, the consuls general. I noted that we missed Consul General Lee So Young, so sir, thanks for joining us from the consular from Korea. And also we missed Bob Fenton, the administrator of FEMA Region 9, so thanks for being here. Senior listed leaders, other distinguished guests, friends, families, especially the employees of the state of Hawaii, Department of Defense, good morning and aloha. I'm honored and humbled by your presence and extremely thankful that you could all share this special day with Steve and me. When I enlisted in the National Guard in May of 1984, I never envisioned becoming the state's Adjutant General. Never thought I would serve for over 40 years. When I retire on 1 November, it'll be 40 years, 5 months, and 27 days, but who's counting, right? So the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu is attributed to this quote. So he said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. But I think he had it wrong. So my quote is, if you don't have your destination, you end up walking for 2,000 miles, and it'll take you 40 years to get there. So upon my first appointment as TAG in December 2019, I spoke about the tremendous responsibilities, the arduous challenges, and collective sacrifice expected of my position. I'm here to certify that my 5 years as the Deputy Adjutant General and 5 years as the Adjutant General has been somewhat busy and somewhat challenging and required a little bit of personal sacrifice. But kidding aside, my success would not have been possible without the leadership, mentorship, and support of others. I'm grateful that the relationships that I've built have been forged into trust, and some of them even I now consider as ohana. There's so many people and organizations that I'd like to thank, but obviously we don't have enough time. You know, most of you here had a significant impact on my career. I was thinking about hiring, you know, one of those auctioneers, or at the end of the commercials, you got the guys with the disclaimers speak really fast. I want to thank the governor, I want to thank. But even if we did that, it would still take about 2 days to get through everybody that had an impact on my life. So I apologize if I don't mention you by name. So I'm going to start with the mushy stuff, get that out of the way, the family. Where's Mayor Call coming? He's like, you better not cry. You better not cry. I said, okay, I'll try not to cry. So I'd like to first thank my family for their support, for their encouragement and sacrifices. You know, I've missed many birthdays, anniversaries, and other really special events. And those are just the ones I missed because I forgot about them. Well, it's true, but I did miss a lot because of my job. To my older brothers, Gary, Dennis, Larry, I guess I need to thank you guys for always picking on me. Your reverse nepotism kind of worked on me. Governor Green, sir, thank you for trusting in me to be your Adjutant General. Your leadership ensured that the state persevered through one of the most challenging disasters in our recent history, as you had mentioned. I've learned so much from you, especially the importance of taking care of people. Like every day I wake up is, what can I do for the people of Hawaii? So thank you for imparting that on me. So mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And then also, thanks for always losing bets. Those bottles of scotch, much appreciated. Thank you. Governor Ige, sir, thanks for first bringing me on as your Deputy Adjutant General and then later as the Adjutant General. But of course, you brought me on right before the pandemic. You should have kept Logan on just a little bit longer. Through the prior Adjutants General that was mentioned, so Major General Correa, Lee, Wong, and Logan, honestly, mahalo for your mentorship and support as my term as the Adjutant General. To the commanders of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command and the subordinate component commanders, Admiral Paparo, General Flynn, Admiral Kaler, General Schneider, Rear Admiral Williams, Brigadier General Masselier, and the former Marfor PAC Commander, Lieutenant General Journey. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of that Indo-PACOM command team and understanding that the state of Hawaii has a critical role in supporting the security and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. To our congressional delegation, the state legislature, and other public servants, mahalo for your sacrifice and commitment, and also mahalo for your support of the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. I would not have been successful without all of your support. And a special thank you to Senate President, Senator Kochi, also Senator Dela Cruz and Kealo Kalole. They would often text me during really stressful times, and like simple things like right before one of my testimonies, Senator Kealo Kalole said, "Hey, stay frosty." So just keeping me calm, and that was really, really appreciated. So thank you. Mahalo to my fellow and former cabinet members. You guys helped me through very, very difficult times. I hope that our paths will cross again in the coming years. And especially a big mahalo to my friends and then my alums from Waikea High School, kind of from I'm an 84 grad, but 83, 84, 85, I have a lot of very close friends. So I hope you guys made it. Make some noise from Waikea. Make some noise. Louder. Okay, right on. Also, I wanted to say a special mahalo to those that traveled from far. I know the MC had mentioned, but some that we missed, I'm going to try to get through real quickly. So I know General Cruz from Guam could not make it, but Command Sergeant Major Leonin is here, so thank you from Guam, half a day. My cousin Darren flew in from Oklahoma. He mentioned Major Generals Hargett and Brown from Tennessee and Texas. From the neighbor islands, from the mayors, thank you so much for taking time to come out here and honor me and Steve. Really, really awesome. I think Hawaii County Chief of Police, Chief Moskowitz, and Deputy Chief Mahuna, is here. My Command Sergeant Major on my first deployment to Baghdad, Wendell Hatami. So great to see you. My Auntie Karen flew in from Hilo. I didn't see my cousin Donna Shimizu. She's really loud. Oh, she's here. I see her hand. Usually I know when she's around. I can hear her from far, far away. And then my classmates and close friends, Vincent Jody Kimura, Aaron and Tracy Yamasaki, Nathan and Heidi Abe, Glenn Takase and Crystal Kaneshiro, Matt Kurohara, to the Archie Kalepa Ohana. I didn't see them either. I hope you guys were able to make it out here. And then my bestie, Mish Shishido. So thank you so much for taking the time and flying to Oahu. I'd also like to thank the staff and all the personnel that supported, the planning, the preparation, the setup, and then, obviously on the day of execution. Just gave them minimal guidance and they hit it out of the park again. Please join me in recognizing everyone that supported the ceremony. And then how about a hand too for our awesome 111 Army Band. Phenomenal as always. Before I close, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Steve, Darcy, Naya, and Karis. Thank you so much for everything. As the MC mentioned, we've been together for decades. The State of Hawaii and the State Department of Defense are in great hands. Congratulations again, best wishes on the next chapter for the Logan Ohana. So as my retirement approaches and after walking this 2,000 miles, I look forward to doing nothing. So everybody asks me, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I said, nothing. I'm not even gonna do what Myung says. No, I'm kidding. You know I got it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I do look forward. I have 4 cell phones. I'm gonna get rid of 3 of them and keep my one personal. So no more work, no more official travel, no early morning emergencies. So before you guys leave, get Steve Logan's cell number. And lastly, no more household chores. Right? Oh, I guess not. Well, maybe sometimes. So again, thanks again for being here to share this momentous occasion. May God bless the soldiers, sailors, airmen, guardians, and Coast Guardsmen serving in harm's way, protecting our way of life. May God bless the state of Hawaii, and God bless the United States of America. All right, I never cry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I do see a lot of tears up here, though, but he hit it pretty well. Yeah, that wasn't mine. All right, thank you very much, Major General Hara. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Adjutant General for the State of Hawaii, Major General Stephen Logan.
I want to thank the MC today for introducing our distinguished guests and family members, but I will mention a few. Governor Green and the lovely First Lady Jamie Green, former Governor Ige, and the former First Lady, the lovely Dawn Amano Ige, General Flynn, your lovely wife Kathleen, Admiral Kaler, and your lovely wife Gina. I can't mention everybody, but it's already been gone through professionally by the MC. It's been reinforced by Major General Hara, the outgoing Adjutant General. But please let me convey that my family and I are truly honored to have you with your presence here today. It's a military tradition that the incoming commander's remarks are deliberately short. But please don't mistake the length of my speech with my incomprehension of the humbling honor and tremendous responsibility conferred on me here today. I'd like to thank Governor Green for having the confidence to appoint me as the 22nd Adjutant General for the state of Hawaii. I fully recognize the trust you've placed in me and will work tirelessly to serve our state and its citizens as unselfishly as you do. Thanks also to Major General Hara, recommending me for the Deputy Adjutant General position many years ago, always keeping me closely involved, providing sage advice, and for setting this department on a trajectory for the success that it's already experienced and it will continue to experience. Let me just go into a little bit of the similarities that he and I have, because it's not always readily apparent. For one thing, we really focus on building readiness for all military units we've been assigned to, and we see things pretty much kind of scarily the same. We have a commitment to training management because the one precious commodity that we have is time, and we can't waste that if we're bringing everybody together to build that readiness, and our insistence on ethical leadership. One other common trait we have is that at one point we both started at the bottom of this organization. We graduated from public school, we raised our hand, we weren't trained in anything, and we were the lowest ranking person in the entire Hawaii National Guard at one point. We have managed to rise up, and now he's leaving, but I've now just assumed the highest ranking position within the Hawaii National Guard. And that's a testament to the fact that this is an organization of opportunity that embraces the rich diversity of our state and nation. Gov, I pledge to continue to provide that opportunity to our National Guard service members and civilian and state federal employees. There's an ancient Roman army salute from the year 233 Anno Domini, or AD, that was unearthed on a piece of parchment from a Hellenistic, Parthian, and Roman border city above the bank of the Euphrates River, which is currently in present-day Syria. It states, "We will do what is ordered, and at every command will be prepared." This nearly 1,800-year-old salute is germane to the mission and vital role of the State Department of Defense, or the State Department of Defense plays in the defense of our citizens, and is incorporated into our own contemporary modern mission statement, which the governor so eloquently stated, which is always ready. The State of Hawaii Department of Defense enables a safe, secure, and thriving state and nation. More succinctly, the National Guard, which comprises the majority of our State Department of Defense, its motto is always ready, always there. Governor, this department has proven itself ready and responsive under Major General Har over the years, and I commit that it will continue to do so in the future. Hurricane Helene is impacting many states with a lot of loss, a lot of damage. So let's please keep those affected in our hearts and prayers. I'd like to thank my family members who flew in from New York to participate in today's ceremony. My cousin Nancy, her husband Joaquin, my brother-in-law Derek flew in from San Francisco. So I want to thank you all for your travels, for taking the time out to come here. I'd like to recognize the unwavering support I received from my family. I want to thank my beautiful wife Darcy and my lovely daughters Naya, who attends the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and Karis, who skipped school on the main and also flew in and flew home for this ceremony. She'll be flying to continue her studies, however. Thank you for your sacrifice these past years and for volunteering to accompany me on this next assignment. I love you all. A big mahalo to Brigadier General Philip Mallory, who voluntarily vacated what is arguably the most coveted position in the United States Air Force, that of the Operational Wing Commander, to assume the position of Deputy Adjutant General. Buddha, I witnessed your final 5th-generation aircraft flight yesterday and look forward to taking this journey with Barbara and you. I'd like to recognize the many soldiers and airmen who worked so hard and made this ceremony possible. Thank you to Chaplain Guadiz for conveying the Lord's blessing upon us today, to our MC Jeff for keeping us on track, and again to the 111th Army National Guard Band for all that they do for us. Thank you all. May God bless this great nation and our military serving in today's uncertain operational environment. May He bless the state of Hawaii, and may He bless Major General Har and his ohana as they embark on this next chapter of their lives. Mahalo and aloha.
Thank you, Major General Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction by Chaplain Guadiz and remain standing for the playing of the Army and Air Force songs and retiring of the colors. If you are able to stand, it is acceptable. If you are unable to stand, it is also acceptable to sit. Thank you.
A prayer blessing upon Major General Logan and the Hawaii National Guard. Lord God, we are profoundly grateful for your protection, which has surrounded us in the challenges of the past, and we pray for your blessing upon the Hawaii National Guard as we serve into the future. Help us to realize that our life and service is not a gift, but a trust. Help us to understand that we are entrusted with this sacred mission to provide trained, equipped, and ready forces capable of mobilizing in support of both our federal and state missions. Guide and direct Major General Logan this day and the soldiers and airmen of the Hawaii National Guard, so that we will always be ready and always there for the people of Hawaii and the citizens of our great country. Bless us now and forevermore. Amen.
Concludes the formal portion of the ceremony. Please be seated. We'd like to invite this time Major General Logan, Major General Hara, and their families to come up front with the Governor and First Lady. They're going to take some photos, and then we're going to begin the receiving lines. And while they're doing this, please excuse our ushers. They'll be removing some of the chairs from the